Hey everyone, I'm Daniel, the Vocals of Isolation, and I'm here to break down the lyrics of our new EP, Over All the Hell, out on 12/25. Song 1, Today. Today was written about, I was at a point in my life where I had just recently lost employment. I'm a single dad of 2 kids, and it was kind of a point where I was realizing that I need to start taking bigger risks and take some more gambles, not being content on where I'm at in my life anymore, which in turn turned into investing more time into this band, moving to Texas, coming back to work out here. Just not being sold with the lemons that life gives you. Essentially, it's the theme of today. And that's what the line is. I'm not sold on today. Yesterday was a sure thing, but I'm not sold on today. It's just more about letting yourself be free and acknowledging that you're more than what you are right now, and you know better paths lie ahead, and you just kind of have to hang on. I'm pretty guilty at just staying content and staying where I'm at, not willing to branch out a lot. And then I have these phases in my life where I'm kind of just like contemplating and wandering inside my own head, like, what am I doing here? Like, am I really living the best of my life? And I think today was like a culmination of both of those things, like me acknowledging that I'm too content at being where I'm at right now, and I'm not fully happy with where I'm at right now, and I just needed to branch out and do something, shake up my scenery. And like I said, that turned into investing more time into this band, going out writing more songs and moving to Texas. Song 3, Dirt. Dirt, for those of you who know this band that have been around here for a while, Dirt's an older song. It's the first song this Isolation's ever put out, and it stems from really, really negative and hard feelings that I had towards my ex at the time, who I have 2 children with. We were together for a very long time, and the relationship ended on her terms, not on mine. It is what it is. I mean, this is like literally 2 years old at this point. But I wrote very, very raw, angry feelings, and I don't. For those of you who do know, I used to be in like a Christian band, so I'm not used to like putting raw and angry feelings down like on paper and like letting myself just go to that part of me. So that song was more therapeutic than anything. I don't feel that same way towards my ex. We get along very amicably. We get along very well. We're doing pretty good. We communicate constantly. Kids are good. But yeah, I just felt like this song kind of fit with the theme. Like, every song has its own emotion and feeling. And I thought Dirt was a good fit for this EP, so I wanted to keep it in this EP, even though it's an older one. Hopefully new fans discover it, and someone who's going through a similar situation can kind of just like unwind and listen to that song. But like I said, it's not the way I feel anymore. It's still a great song. We'll probably play it live because it's heavy and it's fun. But yeah, that song was just more of a therapeutic release of myself. In all actuality, when I recorded Dirt was kind of the first time that I felt like relief, I guess, after the relationship, because I was struggling for a very long time. And I think Dirt really helped put me on the right path, like mentally. And it felt good just to put those words on paper, even if it's not the way I feel anymore. But it's still a good song. All the Hell, or stylized as Oath. Over All the Hell is written about a situation that happened to me 6 years ago. Yeah, 2012. I was a brand new EMT at the time, and we were transporting I was working for a transport company. I wasn't working 911, so we just take like grandma from hospital, nursing home, and vice versa. And we were taking a patient out of a hospital who had really severe facial cancer, like really bad. I can still remember how this dude smelled because his flesh was literally rotting from the side of his face. We got on scene to a very like somber hospital room. I'm trying to remember like all the details and give the story real justice, because this story has stuck with me for 6 years. It was a very, very sad and emotional wife, and I remember looking at the patient. The patient's wife was the sad and emotional one. The patient himself was very just like off-puttingly stern. Like he was just content and okay. And I'll never forget, like, he didn't talk, obviously, because his face was rotting, but you could just see in his eyes, like, he was just okay with where he was at. And the wife tells us that he refused treatment and refused care, and was just ready to die. He didn't want cancer anymore. He wasn't depressed. He wasn't put on a psychiatric hold. Like, none of that. He was just over all of it. He was over having cancer. He was over seeing his family, by his bedside every day, not going out and living their lives. Like, their family's stuck at his bedside. He's constantly getting poked and prodded and chemo and everything. He got to a point where he told his doctors and told his wife, look, I'm done. Like, let cancer run its course. That takes a lot of, honestly, in my opinion of that, and you guys can have your say and whatever, but that takes a lot of courage and strength to accept defeat willingly, I guess. And that super stood out for me because it was anti-human condition. Like, the human condition, we're born to thrive. Like, we want to survive, we want to live, we want legacy, we want, genetic code passed down. Where this guy was just like, dude, I lived a full life. He was an older gentleman. I lived a full life. I'm done. I'm over it. And that's where the line "over all the hell" comes from, honestly, because he was just over having cancer and over being treated and over seeing his family suffer at his behalf. But you could tell he was still in love with his wife, and he was still loyal to her. And I tried to convey that his feelings as much as I could into the song, because the song's told from his standpoint. Lovers hand in hand, stage 3 to stage 4. This was never the plan. Or the ending line, it's not that I'm over you, I'm never over us, the love that burns like a flame, I'm just over all the hell. That story just really, it blew my mind, honestly. I was 18, and I'd never, even to this day, I haven't come across someone that was like that ever, and I've been working in EMS my whole life. So that was really insane. It stuck out to me for a long time, and I just felt like the amount of powerful emotions that he was going through when he made those decisions justified not only its own song, but to title it the EP as well. I think that's pretty intense, to just willingly give up and die. And it's not what he wanted for his life. Nobody wants to die in a hospital or in hospice care. Nobody wants that. But he understood that, his odds were slim. He was dying anyways, and he didn't want to see his family suffer anymore, so he was just ready to call it quits. This song was difficult to write, I'm not gonna lie. I really, really, really super wanted to be honest with myself and the things that go on in my own head. It's not something I openly talked about as much before I wrote this song. I felt like this song was a lot more liberating, and I felt more open to and encouraged into being open and talking about my own mental health and my depression. I struggle with depression, suicidal ideation. It's something that I've been dealing with since, I think, the 8th grade is where I can really phone it in and remember it really sucking. It took a lot for me to get to this point to put my true, honest feelings on paper. I'm still getting choked up thinking about it. It's a lot of honesty. It's pretty brutal. I think the worst part when I was a kid going through it was that I felt alone, and I didn't think it was natural to feel this sad, and that's why I thought death was better, because there's something wrong with me and I shouldn't feel like this. And I think that's why I titled the song and ended it with the line "struggle the same," because I'm sure there's other people out there, whether they're 14 or 27, that think that they shouldn't feel like this and that it's not normal to feel like this. And I wanted people out there, to understand that other people struggle, other people hurt. And it took a lot for me to get to that point to want to be a voice of reason in this situation. And I owe a lot of credit to a good friend of mine, Austin O'Brien, vocalist of Ghost Key. We were trading notes for a while. Excuse me. We were trading writing notes back and forth for a little bit, and he was helping me kind of phone in my vision for this song. And I owe a lot to him and the EP, the album, If I Don't Make It, that Ghost Key put out. He spoke openly about his own depression, and it made me want to do the same, because that song, that album inspired me a ton. So I wanted to reflect those same feelings and those same thoughts into this song, and hope that someone can hear it and understand that they're not alone in this fight. Like, you're not alone if you're feeling this. Like, there's tons and tons of people out there that are feeling this. This has been a lyrical breakdown of our new EP, Overall the Hell, out on 12/25. I hope you appreciate what I have to say. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer anything, and we hope to see you guys stream and buy this record out on 12/25. We will be playing shows hopefully soon, and hopefully in the city near you. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, guys.